Have you ever wondered how a single medical trial can wipe billions off a company's stock value? Well, that just happened. Eli Lilly, one of the biggest names in pharmaceuticals, released new data on its experimental weight loss pill, and investors weren't happy. The stock crashed 14% in a day. But why? Was it really that bad? And what does it mean for the booming weight loss drug market? Let's break it down. Over the last few years, weight loss drugs have exploded in popularity and value. You've probably heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro. These aren't just diet pills, they're complex medications originally designed to treat diabetes, but now widely prescribed for obesity. They work by mimicking hormones that regulate hunger and insulin, helping people eat less and burn more fat. Behind these drugs are two pharmaceutical giants, Novo Nordisk, the maker of Ozempic and Wegovy, and Eli Lilly, the company behind Mounjaro and Zepbound. These companies have seen their share prices soar in recent years, driven by what many call a weight loss gold rush. Now, here's where things took a turn. Eli Lilly had been testing a new drug called Orforglipron, a weight loss pill designed to be taken orally. That's a big deal because most weight loss drugs right now are injections. The pill format could make treatment easier, cheaper, and more accessible. But the latest trial results were underwhelming. Patients on Orforglipron lost an average of 12.4% of their body weight over 72 weeks. That's not bad, but it's lower than what analysts were hoping for, which was 13 to 15%. So when the data came out, Lilly's stock dropped 14%. The next day, it dropped again. Billions in market value were wiped out. Financial analysts reacted quickly. Jefferies, a major investment firm, cut its peak sales estimate for Orforglipron from $42 billion down to $25 billion. That's a massive downgrade. They also lowered their price target for Lilly stock, though they still kept a buy rating. Other firms followed suit. BMO Capital Markets said that while they're not giving up on Orforglipron, they believe Novo Nordisk's pill, an oral version of Wegovy, might take the lead. That drug, by the way, showed 16.6% weight loss in its own trials, much higher. So, in summary, the market was expecting a blockbuster pill and instead got something just decent. And in pharma, decent can tank your stock. Now here's where it gets interesting. Just a few months ago, Novo Nordisk faced the exact same situation. In December, their experimental injection Cargysima showed 22.7% weight loss in trials, slightly below expectations of 25%. Investors panicked. Novo's stock crashed. And like Eli Lilly, analysts at the time said it was probably an overreaction. But since then, Novo's stock has continued to fall, losing around 40% from its peak. It shows how sensitive this market is to clinical trial results, even when the numbers are objectively impressive. So why do investors react so strongly? Because in the pharmaceutical world, especially with new drug classes, perception is everything. Companies invest billions in drug development, and if the market believes one version is better than another, that drug will dominate sales. Right now, the weight loss market is projected to reach $100 billion by 2030. So any new pill, shot, or treatment that shows even slightly better results could take a huge share of that pie. That's why a 1% or 2% difference in trial results matters. It's not just science, it's business. So what does this mean for the future of weight loss drugs? First, it proves that oral treatments are still being refined. While Orforglipron didn't beat expectations, it still delivered double-digit weight loss without an injection. That's promising. Second, it confirms that Novo and Lilly are in a head-to-head battle, not just for patients, but for investor confidence. And third, it shows how volatile pharma stocks can be, even for companies with proven track records. The truth is, we're still in the early days of this weight loss revolution. And while some products will flop or fall short, the demand is only going to grow. So, was the crash in Eli Lilly stock justified? Maybe, maybe not. Orforglipron didn't quite hit expectations, but it still works, and could be life-changing for millions who prefer pills over injections. Plus, Lilly's existing injectable drugs like Mounjaro and Zepbound are still considered best-in-class by many analysts. So this may just be a bump in the road, not a dead end. One thing's for sure, the weight loss race is far from over. And if you're watching this space, whether for health, science, or investing, expect more surprises ahead. If you found this explainer helpful, consider subscribing for more breakdowns on health tech, AI, and finance trends. Thanks for watching.